What is up, guys? We are doing another what is this game called? Magic video. We're gonna try out this Heartless Summoning deck again. Let me give you the quick breakdown of the deck, and then we'll just get straight into the action. So we're running Heartless Summoning. That's the black enchantment right here. 2 mana, and the creature spells you cast cost 2 colorless mana to play, and all creatures you control get -1/-1. So the cool thing about this is that you can cheat out 5 drops on turn 3, or 6 drops on turn 4, 7 drops on turn 5, etc. Or you can play a lot of high mana air casted drops, in multiple times in one turn, when normally you wouldn't be able to. So it's very kind of like an overrunning kind of strategy, and it's an aggressive strategy, similar to straight beats like red deck wins or whatnot, except it's more reliant on just larger quality creatures to get you to win. So a quick look at its main board. We got the 4 Heartless Summoning. We got 4 Farseeks. The thing about Heartless Summoning, and I've said it many times, is that if you don't have what is this called? If you don't have a Heartless Summoning in your opening hand, it kind of slows down the rest of your deck, because the deck is reliant on playing high level or heavy casting cost creatures. So you need a secondary way to get those creatures out. So for us, that's Farseek, as well as Gatekeeper Vine, in combination with Axebane Guardian, which adds mana equal to the number of defenders you have in play. And we have a simple creature base of 5 drops like Wolfir Silverheart, Thrag Tusks, a Bloodgift Demon, and then we top end our ramp into things like Soul of the Harvest, Sphinx of Uthun to help fuel the card draw, and then Craterhoof Behemoth to just kind of alpha strike and win. We also have a couple Garruk in the main board. We're just testing these out. These seem to be working fine. We have a Tree of Redemption. So against many decks, this is actually very powerful. This just does things that decks like Zombies and Red Deck Wins just cannot compete with at turns 3, 4, and 5. It just goes over them. It just becomes bigger than what they do. Decks that do compete with it are decks like Jund, Control, because Jund, they drop in Olivia, they want to steal everything you got, and this is a very straightforward deck. You don't see any spot removal in my list. I know there's many lists out there that run spot removal, but I prefer to be just a little stronger with my board presence. For the sideboard, in order to deal with that, we are running 2 Evil Twins, and those are to deal with Olivia, legendary creatures, and to also deal with the biggest creature threats out there like Sigarda, Angel of Serenity, Thragtusk, while giving us our own benefit of entering the battlefield creatures. We have 3 Deathrite Shamans, good against zombies, good against Reanimator for various reasons. Very versatile card, very good card. We have 2 Curse of Echoes for control, just because I don't know what else to play. I guess we could think of Triumph of Cruelty or Triumph of Power or whatever that's called. So, I'm open to suggestions here. 3 Tribute to Hunger. This is just a metagame choice on my part to deal with hexproof things like Geist's Draft. 3 Liliana of the Veil to deal with similar threats that Tribute to Hunger deals with, as well as mid-range lists that run a lot of those fatties that we run, possibly for control, and 2 Veraskas to also deal with control. So let's just go try it out. Let's see how this deck plays. It's not the greatest deck out there, but it's something fun, and it can generate crazy things. It can do crazy things. So let's try. Throw a deck, two. Damn it. Rolled a 3. A one-lander. But this is a nice one-lander. I mean, we're on a draw. I normally wouldn't keep a one-lander, ever. But with a hand like this, we got 2 draw phases to hopefully pull into a land. So, yeah, I don't know if I'd ever... Oh, so we got lucky. So we're going to play this. What is the right play next turn? We are probably going to go with Heartless Summoning. And then on our turn 3, like we could play Gatecreeper Vine. And, you know, not kind of allude to the fact that we are playing Heartless Summoning. But I don't know, what is he playing? Reanimator? It's possible that he's playing Reanimator. But, so we're just going to go straight into Heartless. I mean, he could play Abrupt Decay, but I don't think that would set us back too far. Alright, I think that's a big mistake on his part. So, let's see. Let's just draw into a card. Okay, we got Farseek. We got a bunch of things we could do here. So let's just play it piece by piece right now. Let's go with Axebane Guardian, so that it becomes a 0/2 creature, right? Let's go with Fog Bank. That becomes a 0/1 creature. Like, I could be playing into a board wipe, but I don't think so. So, I mean, like, and he could 3-for-1 me right here, but you know, we're gonna go look into our library. We're gonna grab an island. So, grab the island, put it in our hand. So now we got 3, 4, 5, 6 mana to work with on the next turn. This costs 5. This costs 3, so that's 8 mana. Still won't be able to play that 7 mana. We could almost play all these creatures. That's pretty crazy. So, like, we're not out in the clear here yet, but I mean, we are doing very, very powerful things right now. So he could go board wipe, and okay, there's a board wipe. So, as we expected. Probably played into that board wipe too easily. Warrior. So 1, 2, 3, and we just want the threats out there. So that's a 4, 3. Green, what 4 colors for control? See, control is such a tough matchup. Like, so he's playing Omnithrag, Omnidor, whatever that thing's called. So, you know, Slaughter Games, obviously, you know, something that we'd probably want in the sideboard, but it is what it is. So, pass, untap, upkeep. I'm gonna lose a life. I'm gonna draw a card, draw, and then. So I like what we got right now. Send 4 at him. We could do multiple things here. Play into another creature. Could we? Or we could play a Garruk. I think another creature is the right play, so I'm gonna go Sphinx of Athun. And that is a 4/5 now. I'm gonna go 1. See, this is good because we kind of need a little more lands. Not necessarily, like, you know, I doubt that he wants to give me Thragtusk, but he's gonna have to give me, you know, a couple things that I want. Okay, so he's going to give me the creatures or the lands. Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. That would be crazy. I'm going to take the Sphinx. I mean, without question. But you know what? Thragtusk is more... Like, we're going to lose a draw if we take... It's a tough choice. But Thragtusk will survive a board wipe, so we're going to take that. I'm going to put this in the graveyard. So he's got 7 mana on the board. I mean, was that the right play? What do you guys think? I think it was the right play because I can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana on the board next turn. I can play Thragtusk, Farseek. Oh, Farseek is dead now. You know, now this is a time I wish I had Sphinx of the Chimes, which I took out of my list. But, alas, things are what they are. So pass, untap, upkeep, and now Blood Gift Demon is just really good in this kind of matchup. Draw 1. True Redemption sucks in this matchup, so that's definitely a card I want to take out. So 4, 5, 6. Okay, how much damage we can put on the board? We can put 7, 14. Yeah, we can go lethal, so we're going to go for lethal. So here's Crater Hoof Behemoth. 4, 4. Let's see what his play is. Oh, Dissipate. That's a big Dissipate. So, he needed to do that. So, here we go for 8. The wise play. So, you can see like how powerful this is. Like, he really needed Dissipate to survive that. And we're only 7 turns, 6, 7 turns in to the game. And we've done just very powerful interactions with the... Yes, sir. Sure. So look at that. I mean, this is a lot of what the deck can do. It just does very powerful interactions early. Okay, he's playing 5-color, 4-color control, Thragtusk kind of thingy. I don't want him to keep cards in hand, and I want Vraska to remove later game threats. So he's gonna clog up the board with some stuff. Fog Bank is kind of useless in this matchup. Tree of Redemption is kind of useless in this matchup. One other card I would like to cut. I could cut a Heartless Summoning. Could cut a Thragtusk, but it survives so many things. Could cut a Soul of the Harvest. Could cut an Axebane. It's tough to cut right now. We'll cut a Sphinx. So, I mean, you know, the sideboard needs work. I can't win all the games, you know what I mean? There's definitely things I can't do. Should I splash 1 black mana, or 1 red mana, or 1 blood crypt, or maybe 1 mountain to have access to slaughter games? I mean, that is an option. Is it the right option? I don't know. Should I... You know, what other cards can I use to just kill certain control cards? Slaughter games just seems like, you know, it is the card to play, you know? So what do we got here? We got blue mana, and we got Heartless. Do we keep a hand like that? Do we keep a hand where we can't cast anything but Heartless? So this gives us 1, 2, 3 turns to get a green mana. I am going to say keep, so we keep. Because we can go Island, Drown Catacomb, just kind of play into hoping that we draw a green land. Because next turn we're going to play Heartless, you know. Unless he keeps mana. Okay, so he's keeping it open. There's our forest. So we're good. I mean, like, if he counters this, then that's good. Okay, he's not countering it, so. Like, to me, that's a big mistake. Like, he needs to have countered that. I think. Like, you know, he has mana open for Dissipate, so. Like, there are options out there. Like, you know, we're not out of the woods here for sure. But, do we play? Yeah, we try one Axewing. Why not? Maybe he's not playing. No, he is. See, this is a cool thing about Magic Online, you know. Or, okay. I think when you say KKK or okay or acknowledge that, you know, you're going to let the spell resolve, they automatically have to think about whether or not you're playing a counter. So I do like that. I could have played a Silverheart that turn. But would it have been worth it? I mean, see, I just don't have enough draw at this point. Okay. Like, this is kind of rough hand. I mean, it's not that rough, like, against... Okay. Sure. Well, this guy's kind of just cheating me right now, but I mean, that's an accident, so... GG. That's tough for him. That's bad luck for him, I guess. But, you know, whatever. This is, we're just playing for fun. We're just playing for fun. 5 color control. What is he playing for? Ooh, Jace. Oh, fuck this guy, Jace. Alright, well, this is the choices right here. You either get another Jason ramp or you get a Sphinx's Revelation. 5 color control. Oh, he puts it on the bottom and he takes the ramp and the Jace. So, that is an interesting decision. Alright, how much mana? Okay, now we can now we can really do some things. So, we are going to play a Drowned Catacomb. Alright, so... Okay. If we play this, that means this guy only produces... Like, you know, I want to put cards out on this turn because... cost me 3 mana. He's got card advantage. I don't want to discard anything in my hand. So we're going to go with Axeman Guardian. And then 1, 2, 3. We'll fill Silver Part. No pair. Alright, so 0, 2s, and this is 3, 3. Yeah. So I have enough mana next turn to play out my hand, kind of surprise him. Keswick. This is interesting. Yeah, you know, this is like a Thragtusk kind of Omnidor kind of list. So I can threaten with a lot of damage on board unless he has Dissipate. So, I mean, he's forced to make some plays right now. And that's where I want to be. So. Alright. Okay, so now he has enough for Verdict, which is a big deal, but I mean, if I play a Crater Hoof, which I will be able to, that's +4/+4, and I will pair this, so that's another 4, so we're talking 8. Alright, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna give him Ranger's Path plus an extra land or the Steam Vents. And he played a land this turn, so he's gonna play a second Jace to do another 2, which is smart. But see, what happened is, like, if he passes this, he doesn't do anything too aggressive. I will pair a Crater Hoof with Wolf here, and each of them will get +8/+8, which would be lethal. And that is the power of being able to play spells much earlier in the game than you normally would. So this is very powerful. I mean, look, I've dropped the land every turn. So we're talking turn 5, and I'm going to kill him. So that's pretty cool. I mean, all things depending. So yeah, he's decided to go that, get the Steam Vents. Ranger's Path. Okay. Should have played Jace. I'm surprised he didn't play Jace. He's only got 1 mana open. He's dead. He's dead next turn. So, and I am feeling so happy, so glad to do this right now. I mean, this is pretty fun. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana on the board. We only need 6. So we're going to go do a couple things first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Okay. So we are going to go with Lily first. Liliana. Just to see if we can grab anything. And then we'll just set her to 3. So he's going to let him go through. So he doesn't have anything. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 manas. Crater Hoof Behemoth. And so pair. So that's gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 +4, so that's +8. So this is a 11, 11. This is a 4, 4. Okay, now this one. Actually, this one's a 12, 12. So start combat. Thanks, man. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was Heartless Summoning. How fucking fun was that shit, dude? That was pretty... Oh, yeah, sorry, bro. We're splitting. That was pretty legit. That was pretty legit. I mean, let's take a look at our deck list one more time. So we got the Axebane Guardians, 4 of these guys. And these guys were, in my opinion, these guys were killer. Because it's not only that they help you ramp when you don't have Heartless. You know, they're a 0-2 body, a 0-3 body, depending on, you know, whether or not you got Heartless out. And they add so much mana, but then they're just another creature. Just another body to add to your Crater Hoof. 1 Blood Gift Demon. The one time we did have him, he was nice. The one thing I don't like is 4 Toughness. He's susceptible to everything. Mizia Mortars, Ultimate Price, Searing Spear if you have Heartless out. But he may be a necessary... I don't know if he's necessary. Maybe a Wolf here. Silverheart is just better. It'll even out her mana a little bit. But he's cool. Crater Hoof Behemoth, what a house, what a win condition. You know, dropping that guy on turn 5, that was some That was some big deal shit, man. That was legit. And he wasn't the only thing we did. We did something that we needed. How much mana did we need that turn? We needed 9 mana on turn 5, and we had that. So that was cool. That was cool. We did that turn. And you know, if it was normal, we would have needed 11 mana. But you know, we were able to cheat it out. So that was really cool. Fog Bank, you saw me sub that out in the game. We're running 3. I think he's a necessity in a very aggressive format. He's a nice body. Sure, when he gets hit by Heartless, he becomes a 0/1 wall. But, I mean, he's just there. They have to use spot removal on him. He's a wall, helps build your Axebane Guardians. 1 blue to cast with Heartless. He's great. Gatecreeper Vine, not the greatest card out there. It could have been Borderland Ranger, but I just feel that the deck, when you're short going from 2 to 3. So that's why you need cards like Farseek to get you from 2 mana to 3 mana. And, you know, 24 lands for some reason, like, you know, sometimes you need that double blue, you need that double black. I just like him better than Borderland Ranger. And he's a defender, helps fuel that Axebane Guardian. So that's why we got 2 of them in here. Soul of the Harvest, we didn't get to see this guy in play this past game, but I assure you he's a beast. 5/5 for 4 with Heartless out there. And like Crater Hoof, he gets his value from those cheaper creatures like the walls. Because, you know, you drop this guy into play, every time you draw into a wall, that wall becomes a cantrip. You just pay the mana, draw another one. And that's where his real power is, especially on multiples. So he's got Trample, it's pretty decent, I like him. 3, could go down to 2, depending. But I'm a sucker for card draw, I like him. Sphinx of Ithune, you know, if you like that card draw, it doesn't get any better than him. That's 5 cards. You know what I mean? That's quality draw. You look at 5 and you take what you want. At the least you get 1 card of what you want. And you know, if it's better, then you get 4 cards. You know what I mean? Like, depending. So it's a very good card. I love it. Thragtusk, you know, we didn't get to see him in action. With Heartless, he becomes a 4/2 for 3 mana, which is not too shabby. It's still vulnerable to a lot of things out there, but it's a very resilient card. Good in aggro, good against control. Some people say Thragtusk is not good against control, and it's arguable, but I mean, it's better than a lot of the other creatures we have. Tree of Redemption, great against aggro. Another wall, another defender to fuel our Axebane Guardian. I don't really think this deck has problems with aggro, so we're going to keep him at 1 for now. Wolfear Silverheart, pretty much like he's pretty much an ace in the hole. Like, you really want to have one of these guys out and hit a Crater Hoof, or have this out and hit a Thragtusk. We should probably play 1 more, and if we did, we could probably drop a Bloodgift Demon, and this will help us stay out of black. We can possibly even fix the mana base a little bit more to play more green. But I'm going to stick with 2 because it's working for me so far. Heartless Summoning, not necessary. You don't need the card to be a good or a decent mid-range like creature deck. But clearly, when you have him out, Heartless just allows you to do so many powerful things with your creatures. So really like it. It was a great card. As you can see so far, it just worked out so well. 24 lands, I wouldn't go lower than 24, because if you don't draw Heartless, you really need to make sure that you're drawing into your lands. 24 is bare minimum. We're talking about a bunch of creatures that cost 7 mana, 6 mana, 5 mana, and most of them are double colors, double black, triple green, double blue, double green. I mean, you know what I mean? You do need a significant amount of mana. That said, Bloodgift Demon should probably be dropped from the list so that we don't have to worry about that double black early, although it hasn't been a problem. But yeah, moving on. Garruk, you didn't get to really see that Planeswalker in action, but against a lot of decks, I think he's a very good utility. Against control, he's a just resilient threat. You know what I mean? Maybe we might need to be playing with more Garuk. When he's on the board and he's got counters, when he flips, he allows you to tutor for crazy shit. You know, kill off one of your walls, grab yourself that Crater Hoof to guarantee the end of the game. Kill off Thragtusk to get you a Tree of Redemption. You know, he's just powerful. He's a very powerful Planeswalker for this archetype. Farseek, clearly you need this kind of mana ramp to fix the problems you have with these double colored casting costs. And yeah, that's a deck. One card I do want to bring your attention to is Sphinx of the Chimes, which is this guy right here. I had him in my original list. I've never really been disappointed to see him, especially as the games go long. You end up with a lot of doubles in your hand. And typically it becomes a good way to just kind of get, filter the cards and draw new stuff. He's powerful, but especially with Heartless Summoning. I mean, because you play one Heartless and they don't answer it, any Heartless you draw from that point on is dead. You know what I mean? But that said, Sphinx of the Chimes in relation is pretty much dead as well, unless you have two of a card in your hand. So we're gonna just drop him from the list. He's my favorite card, Sphinx of the Chimes, but because of the lack of 4-ofs that we really want to discard anyway, I guess we can just go ahead and just leave him out. I mean, we got better options in the main board. For sideboard, we didn't get to try out Deathrite Shaman in that game because it was kind of like a control matchup. I'm pretty sure it's a good card. I've cited him in a lot of matchups. Evil Twin, we didn't get a chance to see him tonight too, but he's excuse the pun, but he's a necessary evil. We definitely need this kind of guy to deal with legendary creatures. We have no spot removal in the main board. He's the only answer to that. He's the only answer to big-ass creatures. He's the only answer to stuff like opposing Deathrite Shamans or, whatever it is. So, I mean, we do need a card like that. A clone effect is very powerful. So, with Heartless in there, we're talking blue-black for an effect to copy a creature, and although their creature may be stronger, we can just destroy it. So that is powerful. In a format with cards like Thragtusk, Angel of Serenity, or whatnot, this guy is a beast. Curse of Echoes. Did we side him in that matchup? I don't think we sided this card in. We should have. I'm not sure if we did, but we definitely should have. I mean, this card is very good against control decks or decks that try to go really long, because if your opponent wants to draw, you draw. If they want to pop a Sphinx's Revelation, you get that Sphinx's Revelation for the same amount. If they want to counter a spell, well, they can't, because you're going to counter their counter. So they want to hit you with Rakdos Returns. I think that this hits it as well. So, this is just a brilliant card. It's it's 5 mana casting cost, but you'll be able to get around this. So playing 2 in a sideboard, I like it. Tribute, we got Tribute to Hunger here. This is not, you probably won't be playing this in your decks. I play it just because someone in my meta plays a heavy Hexblade. Like, I'm talking Geist of St. Trath, Rancor, Ethereal Armor. They play that heavily. It's a necessity for me to be able to answer those kinds of resilient threats or evasive threats. So like Invisible Stalker with the increasing savagery on it. It's a necessary evil for me. So I have it. Liliana for that same deck, as well as the control matchup. She's a house, a very good card. And Vraska, which I think is this could be Pithing Needle or whatnot. But I don't find ourselves having mana issues to drop a 5-drop and take care of an unpleasant permanent, and hopefully build more items on. See, the thing about our deck is we can put on a pretty formidable board state, so you can keep Vraska relatively safe, aside from O-ring, detention sphere, things like that. But yeah, so that is a deck. I hope you liked it. I'm very glad that our little playthrough right there went well. You know, oftentimes I do a deck tech thing, and we put a deck to the test, and it ends up failing. But this one did very well in that matchup, and I played the way, you know, it's supposed to play. So that's good. So I hope you enjoyed it, and let's see what we can come up with next time. If you have any ideas of how we can improve this deck, or maybe even the sideboard, because control is the toughest matchup, you know. Like, you know, any ideas or tech, yeah, you think I should be looking into, like, you know, let's look at Triumph of Cruelty, right? Like this is a possible card I was thinking about. I don't know. I saw someone online mention that they use this card, and you know, it seems like a decent choice. I do prefer Triumph of Ferocity, but I don't know how well that works. So yeah, let us know. Let us know what kind of ideas you have. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you test the deck out, or at least a very similar list. And let me know how your results turn out.